Right, hey guys, just another quick one. This time we're putting the knocking point, the knock, onto the arrow. Now we've just cut the groove. Now if you remember when I talked about selecting shafts, I suggested that you mark the direction of the grain. See the lines I put on, top and bottom? That means if the grain, so you put the line on so that it follows the grain through the arrow. So the grain is vertical, because that's how the spine of the arrow on a wooden shaft works. It works in that direction, not that direction. So you want the grain of the wood to be vertical. So when it comes to putting your knock on, the string groove needs to go in the same direction as the grain. So the grain, so you get your mark, turn your mark until it's vertical, and then the string groove lies in that direction there. So then you just apply a little bit of glue. Onto the knock end, which we've just cut 5 minutes ago. Now when you're using super glue, which I think by the way is the best glue for putting knocks on. Okay, where the marks are, make sure they're vertical. So I just twist it a little bit. Until it sticks. There we go. So your string groove follows the line of the grain. If you've got an index, that's going to line up with your cock feather, which is going to lie at 90 degrees to the grain. There we go. So we've glued the knock on. Now we're going to glue the point on. Now you have a choice when it comes to heads, regardless of the style of head, whether it's a 3D, field point, bullet point, whatever. You've got two types. You've got straight conical, or you've got tapered, a screw tapered. So you've got a taper fit or a screw taper fit. Now I nearly always use a screw taper fit. I just think they're more secure and they're easy to use. With the ordinary taper fit, when you're gluing it on, always use a 2-part epoxy. Otherwise it's just not going to be secure enough. Super glue will stick it, but it will eventually come loose, and then after 100, 150, 200 shots you'll end up leaving the point in the target, especially if you're using stroke head targets. However, if you're using screw-on points, I would use super glue, purely because they're easy to remove later on. So the first thing you do is screw the thread, the point onto the shaft, then use a pair of pliers, nip it up. That basically cuts a thread into the wood. I'll just undo that. Now I don't know whether you'll be able to see, probably not. I'll try and you can see that it actually cuts a slight thread into the wood. Then you just simply apply your super glue. I think you Americans call it crazy glue, because it is crazy the way it stick everything. Originally designed to stitch wounds together during the Vietnam War. Did you know that? That's why it bonds skin so easily. So with your glue on, put your threaded point back on, and with your pliers, you've got plenty of time, just nip it up until it won't turn anymore. That's going nowhere until you apply a certain amount of heat, and it gives you a nice flush fit between the point and the shaft. There we go. So stay safe, keep slinging the sticks. We'll talk again soon. Cheers guys.